107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
Pep Band is in the building tonight for Blue Jay Volleyball at home in this top 4 matchup in Class A. The number 3 Jamestown Blue Jays welcome in number 4 Bismarck Legacy for the best matchup in the state of North Dakota in Class A volleyball here this evening. Jared Matheny, glad you're with us on 107.1 AM 1400, online at newsdakota.com. We're streaming on our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page. That's right. The Blue Jays have moved up to number 3 in the latest North Dakota Associated Press, Sportscasters, and Sports Writers Association poll. The Blue Jays jumping from 4 to 3. Legacy moves up from 5 to number 4. West Fargo Cheyenne is the number 1 team, followed by Century, then Jamestown, Legacy, and Fargo North is the number 5 team in Class A. New poll just coming out as of 14 minutes ago. So that's number 3 Jamestown, number 4 Legacy facing off here tonight from Jerry Meyer Arena. Let's take a look at your West Region standings as we come into play today. 2 teams at the top of the West Region. Number 2 Legacy, 14-5 overall, 11-1 in the WDA this season. Just below them Jamestown, 17-2 on the year, 10-2 in the West Region this year for the Blue Jays. Century's on top with that 10-0 West Region record. Bismarck High, number 4. The Demons are 12-7 and 9-3 in the West. St. Mary's is 5th, 12-6 on the year, 7-4 WDA record. Dickinson is the number 6 seed at 7-9, 4-5 in the WDA. Minot High is 7th, 7-10 on the year, 4-6 in the West. Watford City would round out that final spot right now in the West Region tournament. Of course, there would be play-in games, but you know, hypothetically, if just the top 8 teams advance, it would be Watford City, 10-16 and 3-10 in the West Region. They played well outside of West Region competition. Ultimately, when you got to play inside of Class A, things have not been as friendly for Watford. Williston 11-13 on the year, but they're 2-9 in the West. Mandan 2-14 on the season, 1-8 in the West Region. Maybe the most shocking result so far this volleyball year is what Mandan has done this season. They'll come to Jamestown on Thursday to take on the Blue Jays for a double counter against the Braves on Thursday night. Turtle Mountain is at the bottom of the West Region, 1-12 overall and 0-12 in the West Region. So number 2 in the West, number 3 in the West squaring off tonight. Number 3 Jamestown, number 4 Legacy. Legacy 14-5, Blue Jays are 17-2, and both these teams are going to be in Fargo this weekend for the Fargo Shields tournament on Friday and Saturday. So you get the start of the year with the Bismarck Public Schools crossover. You go through, play a little bit more than half of your West Region season for both sides, and then to the Fargo Shields tournament, which is where, like we talked about in the preseason with Coach Hagerly, it just has to continue to build. Last year, really nice start to the year at the crossover in Bismarck. They built throughout the year, and then they got to Fargo, and they weren't better in Fargo than they were in Bismarck to start the season. And then at the end of the year, state qualifier match, everybody remembers what happened last season at Jamestown. So certainly trying to turn that tide and hoping that this weekend that Fargo Shields tournament is going to be a good one for the Blue Jays. Other games going on tonight, other matches in the West Region. Williston's at Turtle Mountain, Bismarck High at St. Mary's. That's a good matchup tonight. Century at Minot and Dickinson at Mandan here this evening. On the eastern side of things, number 1 West Fargo Cheyenne is 17-0 and 14-0 against EDC competition. Fargo South is second at 13-4 overall and 12-2 against their EDC opponents. Then West Fargo third and Fargo North number 4. Shanley, Davies, Horace, and Red River are 5 through 8. Valley is 2-11 in the EDC. They're number 9. Then Wahpeton, Grand Forks Central, and Devils Lake. There was a new development in boys soccer. I'm not sure if everybody caught this today, but West Fargo Cheyenne played the entire season with an ineligible player, so the Mustangs end up losing, and this is revisionist history, of course, but end up going back and losing all 14 of their games. So they finished the year at 0-14, and now there will be a new team representing the East in the boys soccer tournament this weekend. Crazy turn. West Fargo Cheyenne actually reported themselves to the NDHSAA, and that's what happened from there. So boys soccer tournament this weekend will look a little bit different with no West Fargo Cheyenne. Legacy and Jamestown for the second time this year. The Sabres won in 4 sets during the last match. That was back on August 30th. Second WDA match of the year for Jamestown, third for Legacy. Only loss in the West region for the Sabres came against Century in 4 sets last Thursday. They did pick up a set 1 victory before falling in sets 2, 3, and 4. Over the weekend, Jamestown swept Watford City in a double counter. Straight set victory for the Blue Jays, who have now won 6 consecutive matches on the year and in the WDA. Jamestown seems like they're starting to find their groove and starting to peak a little bit more at the right point in this season. And the thing about it here for the Blue Jays as well is you're trying to peak obviously at the right point of the year. Yes, that's what you want to do every single year. But finding out how much better you've gotten since the last time you faced Legacy, how much better competition you faced since the last point you took on the Sabres, and what adjustments you can make against this Legacy side coming into play tonight should be very interesting to see how Jamestown operates down on the floor and on the court for this one against a very talented Legacy side. Other EDC games on the docket for tonight. Grand Forks Red Rivers at Fargo South, Devils Lake at Davies, Wapaton is at West Fargo, Cheyenne at Horace, Valley City is at Grand Forks Central tonight. That game's on KOVC, and Shanley is at Fargo North for this evening. So Jamestown and Valley City, Sabres Jamestown and Legacy 14-5 on the year. Blue Jays at 17-2 overall. Let's take a look at the top of the statistical leaders for the West region, and starting with Legacy, and at the top of their list in terms of kills for the Sabres, and it's been Asia Gross, the senior outside hitter, who's gotten it done the most through 10 matches totaled up this year. Gross with 95 total kills in the West region. Down the line, they go to Madison Colby, the setter and right side. Colby with 196 assists on the year for Bismarck Legacy. Reese Ducksher, a junior. She's put up 138 assists this season. On the back row, it's Joanna Fleckenstein, who's dished out 163 digs on the year. Ducksher as well as Gross are above 22 service aces on the season for Legacy. Again, 14-5 overall. They're 7-5 in home matches this year and 7-0 on the road this season. Said Jamestown swept Watford City their last time out. Blue Jays got that 4-set victory over Dickinson the last time we were here. Bernadette Newman had 18 kills. Haley Hawkinson had 14. McKenna Nold ended the night with 7. Kinley Anderson with 5, and Jamestown found a way to win. Nold with 29 assists, Hagerly with 21, and from the service line, Edie Hagerly 7 aces, McKenna Nold 3, and Bernadette Newman with 1. That resulted in the 4th consecutive loss for Dickinson. Jamestown now 5-1 on their home floor this season after sweeping Watford City as well on Saturday. So the Blue Jays, as they have for the majority of this season, will turn their attention on the attack to Bernadette Newman on the outside. Birdie, the senior for Jamestown. You knew last year things didn't sit well with her after losing in the state qualifier match against St. Mary's. And it was kind of the first thing on Newman's mind as well as Peterson's mind and Hawkinson when we talked to those three prior to the season. Just that unsettling feeling that you just didn't get it done last year, and what it takes to go throughout the course of a season, play as well as Jamestown did. They went 24-13 a year ago. Certainly they're playing better this season than they did last year. That Fargo Shields tournament will really prove something this weekend, I think, to not only Jamestown and the rest of the state of North Dakota probably, but to this coaching staff. Is can we continue to build on this season and continue to push to hopefully get this team in the right spot where they're ready to go when it comes to the middle of November, 2nd to 3rd week in November, so we can get out of the West region, make it into the state tournament, and then try to find a way to win from there, because that's what it's all about. If you get to state, that means you're one of the best 8 teams in Class A, and anybody there, no matter what anybody tells you, any of those 8 teams have a shot to win the whole thing. So if you can just get there, give yourself the ticket, you've got a chance to win the whole dance, and that's what Jamestown's trying to do, and that's why we've seen the progression throughout this season If they win against Legacy tonight, that's another big step forward for this Blue Jay side as they try to pick up their 18th win on the year in just 20 matches played this season. The Pep Band is in the house tonight, so we'll keep it here once we get to the national anthem this evening. For now, we're going to step aside, take a minute-and-a-half break. When we return, we'll hear from Blue Jay head coach Sarah Hagerly as she talks about the JV team and what the JV team does to push varsity last time out against Legacy, where her side has come from and how much they've improved since that September or late August matchup, August 30th, the last time these two sides squared off. So since that last matchup, where they've come to now and what to expect for tonight. Back in 1 minute with Blue Jay Volleyball head coach Sarah Hagerly.
No matter where you live, you should have access to high-quality health care. Jamestown Regional Medical Center's orthopedic and sports medicine team offers care for hips, shoulders, knees, and toes. When an injury occurs, teams need care quickly. That's why the JRMC orthopedic team promises same-day and next-day appointments. Schedule direct at jrmcnd.com or call 952-4878.
Jamestown Regional Medical Center will never stop building for you.
Enjoy the rustic Frontier Fort Bar, Grill, and Gift Shop. The gift shop is open year-round with North Dakota tourism gifts and unique jewelry. And for a true Dakota Territory dining experience, the Frontier Fort Grill is open from 4 to 9 Monday through Saturday. Every Thursday night, get a rack of ribs, fries, coleslaw, and toast for just $9.95. And their legendary prime rib is served on Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in or call for takeout at 252-7492. The Frontier Fort, on the road to the Buffalo, Jamestown.
Hi, this is Aspen Peterson, and you're listening to Blue Jay Volleyball on Jamestown 107.1.
It's now time for your pregame interview with head coach Sarah Hagerly for the Blue Jays. And before we get this one underway, we have some technical difficulties to start this interview. This first question talking about the JV team and the relationship to varsity.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think we build on each other. We're one big program, so it's a lot of fun.
One big program, 2 losses on the year, and one of them has come to this Legacy side. That was all the way back at the end of August, though. So for your team specifically, how do you feel like you guys have gotten better since that point, getting ready for Legacy once again tonight?
I think that was an important loss for us just because we had every one of those sets we had a chance to win. So we had set point on all of 4 of those sets. So that just, it kind of sticks with you. And I mean, we had to take a look at what we're not doing well, and that can be kind of difficult at times, but I think it was helpful to us. You know, we need to get tougher mentally. You know, when you have a team and you're up 24-23, you're up 24-22, you should be able to finish it. Did the work to get there. What do you need to do to finish it? So we've been working on that. We've been working on doing some drills where they have to finish. They have to do it until it's done. They actually have a really good attitude about it. They like being challenged. They know that this will help them in matches like this.
So Legacy on the other side, what did you see the first time around that you guys have to kind of sew up on your end to try and win here tonight at home?
Well, I think they were pretty aggressive offensively. They didn't, they were swinging at every ball, and we got tight and we started tipping balls and trying to be smart with it. So I expect the same thing out of them now. You know, they've improved probably just as much as we have. We just hope that we have a little more confidence than we did at the end of that match. And things that we've been through a couple 5-setters and come out on top, and been through 4-setters and come on top. So those are just things that happen in a season that will just benefit you hopefully throughout. And especially at the end when you're faced with, we've been in a 5-setter. We know what it feels like to win and what it takes to do that. So I feel good about our team tonight.
All right, Coach Hagerly, appreciate your time. Good luck
Thanks
tonight.
so much. Thank you.
Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
So there's head coach Sarah Hagerly on the pregame show talking about, what Jamestown has kind of learned from the last point that they took on Legacy and how they're trying to approach this matchup tonight against the Sabres for the second time this year, knowing that we could see Legacy once again for a 3rd, maybe 4th time on the year if it gets to that point, as the parents are being recognized here inside of Jamestown High School tonight. Always something with this Blue Jay volleyball program. They make sure that the teachers, the parents, all the people who go into making the seasons and the things that you don't see on the court so successful in the classroom and everything like that, those are the people that they recognize here tonight. And sometimes it's a teacher who makes an impact in school, it's your parent at home, whatever it is. Blue Jay Volleyball makes sure to recognize those people with the utmost respect and just make sure that they are very well aware of how much they are appreciated. As we get ready for first serve here tonight, let's prepare first for the national anthem. The pep band is in the house tonight, so we'll stay here for the national anthem. Bismarck Legacy 14-5 on the season. Jamestown is 17-2 overall. Number 3 Jamestown, number 4 Legacy. Let's tune in now to Mark Eukstead, our public address announcer, and the pep band.
For the playing of our national anthem by the Jamestown High School pep band under the direction of Gary Munn.
Jamestown High School pep band with our national anthem here this evening. Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400 online at newsdakota.com. We're streaming live with video on our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page. Before we get to this matchup tonight, let's take a look at what's upcoming the rest of this week here on the gym. We're back Thursday night here at Jerry Meyer Arena for a double counter in the West Region. Blue Jays face off against Mandan at 7 p.m. At least that's our scheduled start time. We were scheduled to get underway at 7 tonight. It seems like, though, the early freshman game was the one that went a little bit longer, so that pushed us back about half an hour here this evening. So 7 p.m. unofficially is what they'll try to start it at on Thursday night. Friday night, 7 p.m. will be on the road in Valley City as the 6-0 Highliners take on the 5-1 Blue Jays, number 1 versus number 2 in the 11A rankings. Saturday, we've got UJ Women's Volleyball, number 2 Jamestown, number 3 Midland. That will go live at 3 p.m. from Harold Newman Arena, and that'll be during the end of the Jimmy football game. So we'll be able to give you live Jimmy football updates during the course of the broadcast of Jimmy Women's Volleyball. So that's all coming up the rest of this week. You can always head to newsdakota.com, click on your sports schedule to view what's happening in Jamestown, Valley City, Oaks, Carrington, and the surrounding area for local sports. So the Bismarck Legacy Sabres are in all black today. Blue Jays in all whites. Aspen Peterson dons that blue libero jersey for the Blue Jays. Joanne Fleckenstein is the libero on the other side for Bismarck Legacy. So here on Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400. If you're watching us on our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page, that's thanks to Gun and Reel Sports, Johnny B's Brick House, and JRMC Orthopedics. Those are our 3 presenting sponsors of our video feed. Once again for this evening, without them, video feed is not possible. So big thanks to our local sponsors in Jamestown. Blue Jays being introduced here tonight. See Jamestown come out with that usual look to start the match. It'll be Newman down on the floor with McKenna Nold, more than likely Kinley Anderson. Leah Trumbauer will start, Haley Hawkinson, and then it'll depend where Peterson comes in. More than likely it'll be for Benet Franck on the back row for the Blue Jays. So first set action here from Jerry Meyer Arena. Blue Jays and Sabres. Jamestown taking on Legacy. And what is a huge matchup in the West region. Number 3 Jamestown, number 4 Legacy. West Fargo Cheyenne is the number 1 team in Class A. Number 2 is Century. Jamestown 3, Legacy 4, and then Fargo North is number 5. That's as of 33 minutes ago when the latest poll has come out. So it's Blue Jays and Sabres. I'm not sure what's taken us so long to get into action here tonight. We'll meet in the middle, shake hands, and we're ready to go. West Region volleyball action tonight from Jerry Meyer Arena. Blue Jays and Sabres. Jamestown starting to count down the final couple of home matches on the season, which is hard to believe that we're already closing in on that time of the year. Back at home on Thursday against Mandan. Then they're on the road for a pretty long stretch. They'll round out the year at a couple more home matches on the schedule, but it's starting to dwindle down towards the tail end of the season. I believe November 1st is the final home match of the year, but Jamestown spends a majority of this month on the road after 4 consecutive matches here at home to end the month of September and roll into October. So it's Nold, Trumbauer, Hawkinson, Frank, Newman, and Peterson on the floor for Jamestown. On the other side, Madison Colby is in there for Bismarck Legacy. Joanna Fleckenstein, as well as Haley Severson. On the front row for Legacy, Asia Gross, who's been the leading killer for the Sabres, alongside with Duckshear. Nold sets it out left side for Haley Hawkinson. Her kill attempt results in 4 touches and a point for the Blue Jays to start this one off. It's 1-0 Jamestown. McKenna Brendel on that far side. Riley Joseph on for the first time in serves for the Blue Jays. Fleckenstein had some trouble with that serve, but actually just put it over the net. Lines up in a point for Legacy, and the Sabres and Jays are tied at 1 here in the opening set. Fleckenstein really didn't do anything besides just pop that ball up, and it found its way over the net. Asia Gross first serve, cross court at Newman. Newman will get an attack attempt up the middle. Bats it right back over to Gross. Up into the air, Colby left side for a shove over by Severson. Jamestown able to free ball back with Joseph. Towards that back row, Fleckenstein in the middle. Colby right down the middle. And it's Chelsea Crom who nearly had a kill. Jamestown again scrambles. They'll back set to the right. Tap is into the net by Duckshear. And it's a point for the Blue Jays. So an attack error by Legacy gives Jamestown a 2-1 lead in the opening set. Brianna Otley steps back to serve for the Blue Jays. Dips down at that back row, long run, and shoved over by Severson. Newman popped it up high. Nold sets it back to her on the left. Soft touch for Bernadette Newman. Put her down for her first kill of the night for Jamestown. Bree Otley will serve once again. Nice serve over from Otley. Out wide, Severson, cross-court kill dug out by Joseph. Back set to the right for Trumbauer, just a hair too far. Trumbauer goes long on the attack attempt. It's an error and a point for Legacy to make it 3-2 Jamestown in the opening set. Again, glad you're with us. 107.1 AM 1400, streaming live on our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page. Fleckenstein with a line drive serve at the back row of Jamestown. Nold sets it right over to Legacy, and it's Brendel, Brooklyn Brendel, who taps it down for the kill and the point for the Sabres. We're knotted up at 3 in set 1. Fleckenstein from right down the middle serves again. Into the middle, Nold, near side for Anderson. Kinley Anderson has her first kill of the night for Jamestown. Blue Jays jump back ahead 4-3 in this opening set. Edie Hagerly on for the first time today for Jamestown. Watford City matchup, but more importantly, the last time we were here against Dickinson, Edie had 7 service aces. This is shoved down the line and will actually roll along the tape and out. Point for the Blue Jays. Severson's attack attempt just rolls across the top of the tape. Jamestown fortunate to get the point there. Hagerly serving once again. Jamestown up 5-3 in the first. Good spin on that line drive serve. Into the middle, set off to the left side by Brendel. Now a tap over by McKenna Knoll. Up front, Colby sets left. Severson winds up. And Jamestown with a net violation. Point for Legacy. Sabres trail the Blue Jays 5-4. Duckshire serves again. Edie Hagerly sets left for McKenna Knoll. This one came off the antenna. Attack error by Jamestown on the point for Legacy. It's 5-5, Sabres and Blue Jays, and they'll have to reset that antenna after the attack attempt by Knoll. Blue Jay student section must be pajama night on the far side of the floor. We got Winnie the Pooh and a unicorn over there from the looks of it, and then, you know, the normal flannel PJs. Newman a little bit of trouble with the serve, and Jamestown miscommunication allows essentially a free point there for Legacy. Sabres go on a little 3-0 run here, take a 6-5 lead in the first set. Dukeshire serves again. Newman, Nold, right side Anderson, and too far. Attack air Blue Jays, point Legacy, makes it 7-5 and a 5-0 run for the Sabres here in the opening set. Dukeshire serves again from the right side. Up and over. Newman runs up underneath it. Came over to the Legacy side of the court. Blue Jays get it back, and now a free ball from McKenna Knoll does make it over. Into the middle and set into that defense. Madison Colby picks up the kill. Wide open in the middle of the Blue Jays side. Legacy takes advantage. They've scored 5 consecutive points. Dukeshire serves. Peterson popped it up left side. McKenna Knoll, nice swing off the top of the block and out. Point Jamestown. Edie Hagerly has her first assist. McKenna Knoll with her first kill. Senior Bernadette Newman, someone who's almost certainly going to be a first-team All-Stater the way she's played this year. Set out to the left side off a back foot. Rolled over by Colby. Now left for Benet Franck. She taps it back to Peterson. And now just shoved over by Jamestown. That was Newman who tapped it over. Attack attempt falls in for Legacy. Brooklyn Brendel from the middle. Goes to the back left corner. Point for Legacy. It's 9-6 Sabres in set 1. Legacy did win that opening set against Century on Thursday in their last top matchup. Benet Franck. Cross court, too far. Jamestown's out of rhythm right now, and Legacy hasn't had to do a ton because there have been a ton of errors by the Blue Jays early on. Severson serves. Will slide in that step. Franck, trouble with the serve. Nold rolls over for Jamestown. Left side attack for Gross, blocked up front. Nold and Anderson on the rejection. Jamestown trailing by 3 here in the first set.
Number 5,
Aspen Peterson. Peterson, strong serve. Gross from the left side over the top of the blockers. Nold sets left for Franck. Blockers there initially for Legacy. Nold just sends it over with the left hand. Fleckenstein to the right. Blockers push it up for Jamestown. Nold dumps it in for the kill. McKenna Knoll for the second time tonight. Jays trail 10-8 here in set 1. Aspen Peterson, line drive serve at Fleckenstein. Into the middle, Gross set out wide for Gross. Dug by Peterson. Newman back into the middle, free ball from Hawkinson. Dukeshire back to Gross. Another attack attempt that doesn't fall. Right side, Nold. Stays inside the antenna. Dukeshire up the middle for Brendel. She tapped it off far side. Nold up the middle for Hawkinson to put it away. Haley Hawkinson for the second time tonight. Third assist for McKenna Knoll. Blue Jays on a 3-0 run of their own to make it 10-9 Legacy in the first. Line drive serve from Aspen Peterson's the first service error of the night for Jamestown. Blue Jays trail 11-9. Substitution in for Legacy, Brooklyn Sand for the first time.
Number 4, Brooklyn Sand, serving for Legacy.
Sand, slide step on that serve. Knoll setting left side. Hawkinson got a free look at it, and Haley doesn't miss those opportunities. Point Jamestown, Blue Jays back within one. McKenna Knoll serves for Jamestown. To the back row, Fleckenstein. Duke Shearer up the middle for a soft tap over. Blue Jays kept it up for half a second, and then it drops in for the point. Chelsea Crom gets the kill for the Sabres. Makes it 12-10. And a service ace for Madison Colby. It's Sabres 13, Jamestown 10 here in the first set. So Colby picks up the first ace of the night for Legacy. Sabres extend that lead back to 3. Colby down the line. Trumbauer touched it first, up the middle for Hawkinson. Haley Hawkinson, 4 kills in this opening set. 5th assist for McKenna Knoll. And Jamestown down by 2. Again, number 3 Blue Jays, number 4 Legacy. These sides have been in the top 5 for the latest 2 polls. Legacy seems to be the surprise team of the year. Riley Joseph on the serve, up the middle, dumped off too far. Crom sent it wide. Point Jamestown off the attack air. Riley Joseph serving from the near side. Up and over, a little bit more loft to this one. Crom down the middle, and she responds to that error with a kill. Point Legacy, 14-12. Asia Gross, and the leading killer and attacker coming into play tonight for Legacy. Serve to that Blue Jay back row. McKenna Knoll back set right for Hawkinson. She got one-on-one again, and Haley Hawkinson has had a really nice first set for Jamestown. 5 kills for Hawkinson. That's assist number 6 for McKenna Knoll. Jamestown trails by just a point here in the first, and Coach Hagerly talked about it in the pregame show, being mentally tough. These are the kind of moments for Jamestown where a service ace by Bree Otley would be a big deal, and it is. Otley with the ace, and Jamestown is tied to this first set at 14. Up and over again, set out left side. Severson's attack dug by Joseph, and a free ball coming back by Newman. Into the middle, Colby sets for Crom. Jamestown keeps it alive. Knoll back set right, Trumbauer leans to the side to make sure it gets over. Now left, and we've got underneath the net. Legacy with a violation, point for Jamestown, and time for our TV timeout. Blue Jays up 15-14 in the opening set. We'll take a 1-minute break. Back with more Blue Jay Volleyball after this here on 107.1 and our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page.
Two Rivers Printing is your local source for anything printed on paper. As a full-service print shop, they offer quick print services for all kinds of posters, flyers, and business forms. They also print banner signs, invitations, cookbooks, thank you cards, and more. They can also do wide format printing in matte, gloss, blueprints, and vinyl. With decades of experience, you know it will be done quickly and done right. Call Two Rivers Printing at 251-1266 at the end of 10th Street in Jamestown.
This is Clint with RM Stout. It's been a long road, but the auto industry is beginning to turn. We've noticed an uptick in new lot inventory. It's been years since we've seen this many new vehicles on the lot. With more new vehicles available, prices of used cars have and will continue to decrease, with nearly 100 used trucks and SUVs to choose from here at RM Stout. If you still don't find what you're looking for, we can special order one of our 35 new car models within our 6 brands. I'll let you do the math, but from what I can tell, we have plenty of options for you to upgrade your ride at RM Stout for the best value.
This is Jamestown High School senior Bernadette Newman, and you're listening to Blue Jay Volleyball on Jamestown 107.1.
Blue Jay Volleyball, Jamestown 107-1. Jays are on top by a point, 15-14 at the TV timeout. 4 touches by Legacy out of the break, and Jamestown now leads by 2 in this opening set. Blue Jays 17-2 on the year, Sabres at 14-5 on the season. Haley Hawkinson with 5 kills in this opening set. Colby, left side, shoved over by Severson, but too far. She goes left to right and misses wide. Point Jamestown. And out of that TV break, Blue Jays with back-to-back points. Otley continues to serve for the Jays. Just off to the right side, up and over. Severson into the middle for Colby. Set right side, cross-court kill attempt. Handcuffed Trumbauer, but she keeps it alive. Newman rolls over, and now Severson has to shove again at the back row. Nold for Anderson, dumps it off right. Nice dig by Severson. Otley tries to track one down and does, but the Blue Jays can't get it over from there. That stops a nice little run for Jamestown, and Bree Otley at the service line. 17-15, Blue Jays leading in the first. Fleckenstein, the libero, serves from straight on. Line drive serve, Nold in the middle, left for Anderson. Between the blockers and down, point Blue Jays. Kinley Anderson's second kill tonight. 7 assists unofficially for McKenna Nold this evening as Jamestown's in front 18-15 in the first set. Deep breath, Edie Hagerly on a line drive serve. Got some wicked spin to it as well. Popped up by Peterson. Jamestown left side, Newman, cross court, and then into the air in that back far corner for a free ball from Dukeshire. Knoll got an open look into the rafters. This one bounces around and shoved over by Legacy. Joseph keeps it up. Newman goes to the back corner. Fleckenstein to it first. Colby left side. Severson is blocked. Knoll then Anderson. Second time they've combined on the block tonight for the Blue Jays. Jamestown leads 19-15 in the first set, and Legacy needs a timeout. Blue Jays trying to take the opening set here at home. Top match in Class A this evening. Number 3, Jamestown. Number 4, Legacy. Blue Jays lead it by 4 here in the first set. Haley Hawkinson with 5 kills, 7 assists for McKenna Nold. And Bree Otley with a timely service ace for Jamestown has kind of helped them take over here in this initial set. 19-15, Jamestown leads Bismarck Legacy. Got a ton of Jimmy Orange in the house here tonight. President Polly Peterson is seated just below us. Student section dancing on the other side as Edie Hagerly waits to serve for the Blue Jays. Jamestown 19, Legacy 15. First set action from Jerry Meyer Arena. Hagerly continues to serve for the Blue Jays, and just a hair too far for Hagerly. Pushed it through the backside and really just missed that line. Service error, point Legacy, 19-16 Jamestown in the first. Dukeshire serves again. Hagerly left side, McKenna Nold. Bumps this one back into the air for Joseph and a free ball by Peterson. Fleckenstein to it first. Dukeshire left side, Severson soft tapping over. Edie Hagerly kept it up. And now Jamestown again, just free ball back over. Severson sends it right back to Jamestown. That could be a mistake as Anderson winds up. And does end up in a mistake. Anderson will get the kill for the Blue Jays. And Jamestown 20, Legacy 16. Set 1 action from Jerry Meyer Arena. Birdie Newman with the Jays up 4 in the opening set. From the left side, Newman's off the tape and down for a service ace. Newman's got just 1 kill in this opening set, but that'll help calm everybody down. A service ace. Jamestown up by 5 here in the first. Another strong serve at the back row. Clevin had the initial touch for Legacy. Now Edie Hagerly setting left side. Benet Franck, a nice swing at it. Tapped over. Blue Jays pop it up into the air. Now Anderson rolls over. Levin Fleckenstein, left side at the net. Jamestown came down, joust, and the Blue Jays win it. Kinley Anderson wins the joust. McKenna Nold may have come over the top of that net. It was not called, and now Legacy wants another timeout. Blue Jays 22, Sabres 16. It's first set action from Jerry Maiorina. We're back in 30 seconds with more Blue Jay Volleyball.
New CNA wage. You could start at $21.25 per hour at SMP Health Ave Maria. Join our friendly team of healthcare professionals with no mandatory overtime, a 1-to-7 staffing ratio, paid time off, and excellent benefits including 401k. And wait, did we mention the $5,000 sign-on bonus for full-time CNA positions? Apply online at smphealth.org/Ave Maria. Again, earn $21.25 an hour starting at SMP Health Ave Maria of Jamestown. Apply at smphealth.org/Ave Maria.
Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
I normally wouldn't have good things to say about this song, but not bad for right now. 22-16 Blue Jays lead in the opening set. Jamestown's Bernadette Newman serving from the left side of the floor, cross court. Right up for another Jamestown attack. It's Benet Franck who came down and made contact with the net. It's an attack error on Jamestown. Franck got a little bit too excited. That ball came up over the net. Easy kill potential there for Franck and just too hard on the swing. Hallie Severson serves, cross-court. Newman directs it back towards the middle. Nold off her back shoulder for Kinley Anderson. Having a nice first set tonight. 4 kills for Anderson. That's 9 assists for McKenna Nold. 23-17 Jamestown. Aspen Peterson back to serve. Aspen, the leader in the West Region in digs this year, and by a long margin. Free ball from Fleckenstein over to Jamestown. Newman for Hagerly in the middle. Left side attack, Benet Franck off the tape. Jamestown kept it alive. Tap back over and out by Gross. Point Blue Jays, and it's set point here in the opening set for Jamestown. Jays are up 24-17. Peterson serves. Set point 1. Line drive is over at Severson, and it's an ace for Aspen Peterson to wrap up set 1. 25-17, all Blue Jays in that opening set. From the 10-10 point on, Jamestown dominates set number 1. Third service ace of the set, and Aspen Peterson with her first of the match. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break. More Blue Jay Volleyball's just around the corner. Jamestown in front, 1-0 in the match. 25-17, set 1 victory for the Blue Jays. Back here on 107.1 and our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page in 2 minutes.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Franck, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their great selection. Have they got frames? Over 1,000 pair for you to try. So many on hand, you'll want a pair for every outfit. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today in Valley City, Jamestown, or Carrington. Professional eye care centers, clearly the best.
The Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward. Find the Honda ATV that fits your needs at Gun and Reel Sports on 1st Street West in downtown Jamestown. Then you'll start to understand how life is better on a Honda. For riders 16 years of age and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
Where do teams go to get their custom printed apparel?
Originals!
Where do companies go to get their corporate logo printed on shirts, caps, and jackets?
Originals, of course.
And where do fans go to get their Blue Jay and Jimmy apparel either off the rack or single-piece prints?
Originals! Originals!
There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals, 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays.
Paying your energy bill the old-fashioned way takes a lot of steps, including all those steps to the mailbox. ePay from Otter Tail Power Company is an easier way to manage your account anytime, anywhere, even from your mobile phone. It's free. It's easy. Take the first step. Enroll at otpco.com/epay. Otter Tail Power Company. On for you.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
Blue Jays win the opening set 25-17 over Legacy. Jamestown 3 service aces, 2 service errors in the opening set, but set 1 was all about Haley Hawkinson and Kinley Anderson on the outside for the Blue Jays. Jamestown and Legacy were right together 15-14, and then Jamestown goes on a nice run to end set 1 25-17. Blue Jays score 10 of the final 13 points in that opening set. McKenna Old from the right side for the Blue Jays as set 2 begins. Fleckenstein, trouble with the serve. Gross will just get this one over. Peterson into the air, left side. Birdie Newman, attack attempt, and tough for Newman to even make anything out of that one. Point for Legacy to begin set 2. Asia Gross back to the service line for Legacy. We'll see if Jamestown tonight jumps in front 2-0 against Legacy, if they'll start to smell blood in the water a little bit and find a way to win in straight sets. Just haven't seen that a lot this year from the Blue Jays. Still a long way to go to get there. Severson attack is over. Nold left side for Benet Franck. She taps it with the left hand to get it over. A little joust at the net. Back to Jamestown side. Hawkinson, no. Franck over again at Fleckenstein. Colby, right side attack. Dukeshire down the line, and point Legacy. Dukeshire with the kill. Legacy 2, Jamestown zip in set 2. 1-0 lead in the match for the Blue Jays. Gross, nice strong serve. Nold make that Trumbauer, digs it out, and it's Jamestown with the kill. Point Jamestown. Riley Joseph back to serve for the Blue Jays. Far side Severson attack is long and no touch. Point Jamestown. Newman had that last kill for the Blue Jays. Just her second of the match. Joseph, strong serve at Fleckenstein. Colby down the middle and off to the left side. Brooklyn Brendel with another kill for Legacy. Brendel's been a nice touch on that front row for the Sabres here tonight. Legacy in front of Jamestown 3-2 in the second set. Brooklyn Sand serves on the tape and down for an ace. Jamestown had one of those in the opening set, and Legacy gets one here in set 2. 4-2 Sabres. Sand, high arcing serve. Joseph has to run after it. Nold hit it back over to Legacy, and at the net line, a net violation by the Sabres gives the point to Jamestown. Bree Otley is on for Haley Hawkinson. So Otley, Joseph, Nold on the back row. Newman, Anderson, and Trumbauer on that front row for Jamestown. Bree Otley, serve up and over. Fleckenstein to it first. Colby right side for Dukeshire, and Dukeshire's too far on the kill attempt. Point Blue Jays, and we're back even at 4 in set 2. 1-0 match lead for Jamestown after winning set 1 25-17. It was 15-14 at one point. Otley, another strong serve up and over. Left side attack for Severson. Joseph got her arms on it, but looks like we're going to have 2 touches. Oh, rather a net violation on Jamestown. Point for the Sabres. Must have been on the block attempt. More focused on where that ball was headed towards the back row. Dukeshire serves again. Newman straight to the middle for Nold. She sets out left for Anderson. Off a blocker and down. McKenna Nold, that's her 10th assist. 5th kill for Kinley Anderson. Jamestown 5. Legacy 5. Edie Hagerly back on to serve for the Blue Jays. 1-0 Jamestown here in the second set. Left side attack for Severson is over. Joseph into the air. Now Hagerly left side. Wind up and Newman down the line and in. Bernadette Newman, second kill of set 2. McKenna Nold on the assist, and Jamestown in front 6-5. Edie Hagerly. This one had a little bit less spin to it, but Severson still had trouble off the receive by Fleckenstein. She pats herself and says, that's on me. Point Jamestown, 7-5, Blue Jays in set 2. Edie Hagerly. This one had more spin to it on the strong serve. Severson, 2 hands and over. Peterson popped it up high. Right side attack for Nold is cross court. Gross sends it into the sky. Now Dukeshire from the 3-meter line over at Peterson. Jamestown will wind up, roll from Newman, and it'll drop in for a point. Sabres batted around, but the Blue Jays ultimately get the point. It's 8-5, Jamestown in set 2. This may force Legacy to think about calling a timeout. Edie Hagerly. Strong serve at Fleckenstein. Set behind the head for Gross, or for rather Colby. And killed off by Crom. Point Legacy, 8-6. Paisley Clevin. Clevin, high up and over, cross court at Newman. Hagerly, back set, Newman, soft touch, in for the point. Edie Hagerly gets the assist. Newman on the kill. Jamestown 9, Legacy 6. Newman serves for the Blue Jays. Line drive, Cleveland to it first, long run. Free ball coming back to Jamestown. Anderson for Hagerly. Nold had to come off her back foot to keep it inside the antenna. Now Crom does the same thing for Legacy. Nold for Newman from that 3-meter line with her foot on the line, hits it over. Now Gross got a good swing and plants it in for Legacy. Gross drops it right in front of the line judge to make it 9-7. Jamestown on top of the Sabres. Fleckenstein now serves. Fleckenstein serving for Legacy. Anderson right side, rolls too far. Point Sabres. Jamestown still leads 9-6 here in set 2. Fleckenstein over the tape. Hagerly back sets left for McKenna Knoll. Blockers were there, but just missing on that side. It is a point for Jamestown, at least it appeared, and a point for the Blue Jays. So Knoll goes off the blockers and out. 10-8. Aspen Peterson, line drive serve and an ace. Second service ace for Aspen Peterson. Eleven to 8 Blue Jays. Peterson up and over on the serve. To the left side, Gross off a back foot, still plants it in. Asia Gross adjusts to the ball in the air and picks up the kill. 11-9 Blue Jays in the second. 1-0 match lead for Jamestown. Colby serves. Knoll tapped it over her head and picks up the point. Didn't have a good opportunity for the set, so McKenna decided to tap it with the left hand. Drops it in. 12-9, Jamestown in the second. McKenna Knoll, strong line drive serve. Fleckenstein off right for Gross, and the Gross attack no good. Colby, the one who tried to set her up. Jamestown 13, Legacy 9 in set 2. Lob serve, trouble up front. Free ball from Colby. Peterson into the middle for McKenna Knoll. She sets left. Benet Franck down the line, just pushed it wide. Attack error for the Blue Jays. 13-10 Jamestown. Legacy's Asia Gross back to serve. Severson back into the front row for the Sabres. Jump serve by Gross to Peterson. Nold setting to the middle. Haley Hawkinson for the first time in set 2. Hawkinson with her 6th kill of the match. Jamestown 14, Legacy 10. Blue Jays get a point here. Will take us to a commercial break. Riley Joseph serves for the Blue Jays off the left side. The back row, Gross, Colby, back sets, Duke Shearer. Can't get it over the net. Attack air, point Jamestown. That takes us to a break. We're back in 1 minute with more Blue Jay volleyball. Jamestown on top, 15-10 in set 2. Jays lead it 1-0 in the match.
What would life be like without telephones, internet, and digital cable? Let's not even go there. Dakota Central is proud to be the local company that provides you with these high-tech communication options. Whether it's the crystal clear telephone connection, the digital cable that produces over 150 channels, HD and DVR, or reliable high-speed internet, Dakota Central provides it all, serving Jamestown and Carrington and beyond. Call 952-1000, 652-3184, or see them on the web at dakotacentral.com.
Hey, this is Sean from the Jamestown Country Club. Thanks for a great season, the largest turnout ever for the FCCU Labor Day Classic. Congratulations to our champion, Brian Meyer. With that said, the Country Club is still open and enjoyable for great fall golf. Come out and enjoy a nice cool round of golf and a cold beverage before the season ends. And it's never too early to think about next year's season. The Country Club is offering memberships already, and make your purchase before October 31st. You'll receive 5 free guest passes.
Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296 HH Jamestown.
Jays lead set 2, 15-10. Riley Joseph serves out of the break for Jamestown with a 1-0 lead in the match. Severson shove is over. Nold setting left side for Newman. Off the blockers and out point Jamestown. Birdie Newman up to 5 kills now. 13 assists for McKenna Nold. Jamestown has continued to extend the lead here in the second set, and this is a side that looks very locked in tonight against Legacy, knowing kind of what's on the line here. With a win over Legacy tonight, you at least give yourself a shot at that 2 seed still. If you can find a way to beat Century at some point this year, have to be on the road in the regular season. Surface air for Riley Joseph. Have to be on the road in the regular season for Jamestown, but this is a control your own destiny sort of thing if the Blue Jays can win here tonight. 16-11 Jamestown in set 2. Sand back on to serve. Peterson for Noel down the middle. Birdie Newman off to the left side, and Newman's got another kill. Point Jamestown. Blue Jays 17-11 here in the second. Fleckenstein is back in for Sand on the back row. Bree Otley, who's got a service ace tonight, in for Jamestown. Otley, line drive at Fleckenstein. Colby down to the ground to get to it, and Severson hits it over. Joseph kept it alive for Jamestown. Newman off top of a hand and out. Birdie Newman. Back-to-back kills for Jamestown. Nold's 15 assists. 18-11. Legacy wants a timeout. It's all Blue Jays here in set 2. Another 30-second break. Back with more volleyball right after this here on the Gym.
You know you don't really want that hurry-up, bought on the cheap, not sure what I got insurance coverage. Good, because Farmers Union insurance agents do things just a little different. We'll work with you personally for home, auto, business, or farm insurance and tailor the exact coverage plan you need, because we're not satisfied until you are. Different, you bet. Farmers Union Insurance. Simply different.
Good luck to the Blue Jays and Jimmys from your local Farmers Union agent, Steve Benyon.
Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance.
Back-to-back kills for Bernadette Newman has Jamestown in front, 18-11 in the second set. Jaron Matheny, glad you're with us. 107.1 AM 1400, our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page. Yes, we see you there. See you there over here on YouTube. Big thanks to our presenting sponsors, Gun & Reel Sports, Johnny B's, Brick House, and JRMC Orthopedics. Those are our 3 sponsors of the video stream. And, of course, NewsDakota.com is where you can check out the latest happening in your local sports. You can find that underneath our scoreboard as well. Bree Otley, serve up and over for Jamestown. Colby tracks it down, left side, Severson, cross court, dug by Joseph. Nold, back set right, Trumbauer off the top of Severson's hands and over, up the middle, and ranging down with the right arm was Crom to pick up the kill. Chelsea Crom's got her 4th kill of the night for Legacy. Point for the Sabres, but it's still 18-12 Jamestown. Duke Shearer serve. Jamestown has kind of had some trouble with her at the line, but they get her off almost immediately as Newman picks up another kill for the Blue Jays. Jamestown 19, Legacy 12, set 2. Edie Hagerling. Strong spin serve. Ends up in an error for Jamestown. 4th service error of the night. 4 service aces tonight for the Blue Jays. Still 6-point cushion, 19-13. Clevin back in serving. This is deep at Newman. Joseph did a nice job just to ricochet that one towards the middle, and Jamestown kept it alive for half a second. Legacy dumps it down. Colby, and it's a point for the Sabres, 19-14. Cleveland serves again. That's his out, too far for Cleveland. Point Jamestown. You could just see that one coming. She hit it well that last time, put it kind of perfectly on the Blue Jay back row, and Jamestown was ready for that deep serve. Birdie Newman now up for Jamestown. Newman, that was that match against Dickinson last week. She leads the West Region in service aces on the year. Gross left side attack was off the side of her hand. Attack air, point Blue Jays. Jamestown 21, Legacy 14 here in set 2. Again, for Jamestown, we've seen this year when they've gotten up like this, won the first 2 sets, headed to set 3, they haven't been able to smell the blood in the water and take care of business in 3 sets instead of 4. Well, with the game still going on and the matches still to be played this week at the Fargo Shields tournament, you got to think that, you know, obviously you want to win this match first and foremost, but if you can get out of here in 3 sets tonight, knowing Mandan's coming to town on Thursday, and then the Fargo Shields tournament Friday, Saturday, still a lot of volleyball to be played this week. If you can get out of this match against Legacy in 3 sets, it would prove a lot to a lot of other people, but also get you some rest going forward. So Jamestown, a lot to consider and trying to find that killer instinct as we continue through the late stages of a set and of a match. 21-14 Blue Jays. Bernadette Newman, this has been her 2nd set. She had 2 kills in that opening set. She's up to 6 kills in set 2 for 8 in total to now lead the way. McKenna Nold, 16 assists. Again, these are all unofficial numbers. 4 service aces, 4 service errors for Jamestown. Birdie Newman off the serve. Colby for Crom. Right side, didn't get it over. It's 4 touches and a point for Jamestown. 22-14 Blue Jays. The 2nd set has been pretty much all Jamestown. Crom is off. Maddie Herzog in for the first time for Legacy. Newman, serve is over. Into the middle, left side, Gross winds up. Blockers there initially for the Blue Jays. Now to the back row, and Anderson nearly had a block. Able to sneak it in there is Duke Shearer, and she just got it off a hand of Anderson, then ricocheted into the net and got jarred. Fleckenstein comes back in. Brooklyn Brendel to the front row for Legacy. Jamestown 22, Sabres 15, 2nd set. Joanna Fleckenstein serves it Newman. Nold left side for Benet Franck. Kept alive on a nice dig by Fleckenstein. 2 hands over from Duke Shearer. Franck, another swing off the blockers. Fleckenstein almost got there, but Benet Franck has her first kill of the night, and Jamestown now leading 23-15 in the 2nd set. 1-0 match lead for Jamestown. Aspen Peterson to serve. Colby up the middle. Blockers keep it up for Jamestown. Hagerly back set right side. McKenna Nold, and it's blocked. Gross on that far side, as well as Brendel to get the block for Legacy. 23-16, the Sabres trail Jamestown. Colby off the serve. Nold, left side. Hawkinson winds up. Colby kept it alive, shoves it over. Peterson up the middle for Hawkinson, tapped down. And a point for Brendel. Blue Jays still comfortable right now with where they're at, 23-17. High arcing serve, Franck tilts it into the middle. Hawkinson off a setup attempt from Hagerly. Now Gross to the back row of Jamestown. Peterson popped it up. Hagerly left side. Benet Franck off a blocker. Kept alive by McKenna Nold. She stretches out to keep it up. Gross blocked up front. Nold and Hawkinson send Jamestown to set point here in the second. Blue Jays looking to go in front 2-0 in the match. It's 24-17 Jamestown in set 2. They won set 1 25-17. McKenna Nold serves. Fleckenstein lets it go. It's just too far. Service error for the Blue Jays. Set point 2. Gross will need the next 6 points here for Legacy. Set point number 2 for Jamestown. Gross down the middle at Newman. Nold went off for Hawkinson, and just a mistake by McKenna Nold there. She taps herself on the chest. Franck was on the right side. Hawkinson was to her left a little bit more, and Nold's set was basically directly behind her. 24-19, set point number 3. Gross over at Trumbauer, and Jamestown again, some miscommunication. Makes it 24-20. Blue Jays will come together. Bench just saying 1 point, guys. Focus back in. Set point 4. Again, this is about having that killer instinct, finding a way to just muster a point. Nold. Left side set for Haley Hawkinson. Top of the blockers. Fleckenstein puts it in the air. Colby for Gross in the back row. Nold popped it up. Peterson. Up the middle for Benet Franck. She sends it left. Fleckenstein keeps it alive. Shoved over. Peterson high into the sky. Free ball by Nold. Colby, right side. Dukeshire over and down. Point Legacy. And Coach Hagerly is going to take a timeout here. 24-21. Sabres have scored 4 consecutive points here in the second set. Legacy still trying to come back here in set 2, and we'll have set point number 5 coming up after this 30-second break. It's Blue Jay Volleyball, Jamestown 107.1, and our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page.
This is Clint with RM Stout. It's been a long road, but the auto industry is beginning to turn. We've noticed an uptick in new lot inventory. It's been years since we've seen this many new vehicles on the lot. With more new vehicles available, prices of used cars have and will continue to decrease, with nearly 100 used trucks and SUVs to choose from here at RM Stout. If you still don't find what you're looking for, we can special order one of our 35 new car models within our 6 brands. I'll let you do the math, but from what I can tell, we have plenty of options for you to upgrade your ride at RM Stout for the best value.
This is Haley Hawkinson, and you're tuned in to Blue Jay Volleyball on KQDJ.
Blue Jays with set point number 5 coming up. 24-21 Jamestown in set 2. It's 1-0 in favor of the Jays in this match. Jamestown trying to go up 2-0. Gross serves right up the middle for Legacy. Peterson backs up. Nold sets. Left side, Hawkinson. Soft touch is over. Colby for Dukeshire. She sets into that Blue Jay defense. Gets the point. 5 in a row for Legacy. Set point number 6 here for Jamestown. Coach Hagerly with a hand on her head right now. Mental toughness. Find a way to get this point. Gross serves at Newman. Nold. Back right, Franck sneaks it over the antenna. Colby for Dukeshire. Left side, Severson. Peterson pops it up. Nold into the middle. Haley Hawkinson stays alive for Legacy. Gross from that 3-meter line and over. Peterson, Nold up the middle. Hawkinson off balance on the attack. Severson will swing one more time. She got it again. Point Legacy. Set point number 7 here for Jamestown. The Sabres have scored 6 in a row. Gross on a jump serve. Trumbauer for Nold. Left side, Hawkinson. High up and over. Fleckenstein couldn't get to it. And Jamestown at set point number 7 finds a way. 25-23. Blue Jays win the second set, but maybe some momentum on the side of Legacy after Jamestown nearly had to go to overtime. 25-23. Second set victory for the Blue Jays. Jamestown leads this match 2-0. We're back in 2 minutes with more Blue Jay volleyball here on KQDJ and our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page.
New CNA wage. You could start at $21.25 per hour at SMP Health Ave Maria. Join our friendly team of healthcare professionals with no mandatory overtime, a 1-to-7 staffing ratio, paid time off, and excellent benefits including 401k. And wait, did we mention the $5,000 sign-on bonus for full-time CNA positions? Apply online at smphhealth.org/Ave Maria. Again, earn $21.25 an hour starting at SMP Health Ave Maria of Jamestown. Apply at smphhealth.org/Ave Maria.
There's only one place to go when you need to fill up. Your hometown Cenex store Superstop. Whether you're filling up with gasoline or beverages or snacks, you can be sure that you will get helpful, energetic service. That's because Cenex stores are locally owned with a long tradition of serving communities in this part of the country. And they sell high-quality gasoline and diesel fuels that you can depend on. Cenex, our energy comes through. Get a Superstop gas discount card and receive 3 cents off with every fill-up. Superstop, North Jamestown.
No matter where you live, you should have access to high-quality health care. Jamestown Regional Medical Center's orthopedic and sports medicine team offers care for hips, shoulders, knees, and toes. When an injury occurs, teams need care quickly. That's why the JRMC orthopedic team promises same-day and next-day appointments. Schedule direct at jrmcnd.com or call 952-4878.
Jamestown Regional Medical Center will never stop building for you.
How are you doing? Really? How are you doing? Are you taking the time to check in on you? A real check-in. Scheduling a wellness visit is an easy way to take care of yourself. At Essentia Health, we want to know how you're doing. We want to help. Whether it's face-to-face or a virtual appointment, the right care is waiting for you. We'll listen, assess how you are, and get you back on track. It's always good to check in. Care like nowhere else. Essentia Health. Schedule online at essentiahealth.org.
Hi, this is Aspen Peterson, and you're listening to Blue Jay Volleyball on Jamestown 107.1.
Jamestown 107.1 AM 1400, our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page, courtesy of Gun and Reel Sports, Johnny B's Brick House, and JRMC Orthopedics. Well, the Blue Jays were forced to a 7th set point in set number 2, but Jamestown prevails 25-23 over Legacy. And now the Blue Jays, again, can you smell that blood in the water a little bit? Can you finish this one off in 3 sets and really make an emphatic statement tonight? Jamestown moved up to number 3 in the latest Class A poll. Legacy is at number 4. They also moved up 1 spot. Colby on a line drive serve to begin set 3 for Legacy. Nold up the middle to Hawkinson. Point Jamestown to start the third. See if there's a lot more of that 1-2 punch for Jamestown. Nold to Hawkinson. That was the recipe for success in the first. Riley Joseph on a rocket serve. Severson, Colby, left side, tapped over by Dukeshire. Peterson, left, Newman rolls over. Gross for Colby, right up the middle, tapped for Brendel, and she finds the soft spot of the court. To the far back corner, Brendel gets the kill and the point for Legacy, and now Fleckenstein will be back to serve for the Sabres. Well, rather just going to chase down the ball, so Cleven now serve it. Cleven from the right side, over at Newman. Nold goes behind her to Hawkinson, off the tape. Finds its way over the net. Right side, Duke Shearer down the line and past Riley Joseph for the kill. 2-1 Sabres in the third. Legacy 14-5 on the year. They're 7-0 in road matches this season. Jamestown has lost just once here at home. That was to Century. Nold left, Newman. Oh my goodness, Birdie Newman nearly took off the head of Fleckenstein on the back row for Legacy. Point Blue Jays, and it's 2-2 in the third. 2-0 match lead for Jamestown. Brianna Otley, who has an ace tonight, serves right down the middle, and it's a service error for Otley this time around. Peterson right back in. Sand returns to serve for Legacy. 3-2. Sabres leading the third set. Lob serve over, right side, Newman just sent it down that net line and finds a way to get the kill for Jamestown. Point for the Blue Jays, 3-3 in the third. 2-0 match lead for Jamestown. They had Dickinson in the same situation the last time they were here at home Thursday night before the Watford game. They sweep Watford City, although that's one that you kind of expect to sweep if you're Jamestown. Edie Hagerly too far with her serve. So a couple of service errors giving Legacy points to begin set 3. Reese Dukeshire. Deep to Aspen Peterson. Left side attack, McKenna Nold finds the back row. Nold, 5th kill for her tonight. Edie Hagerly credited on the assist. 4-4, Jamestown and Legacy in set 3. Newman at Fleckenstein. Colby down the middle for Gross. Blockers couldn't keep their hands up quite long enough. Gross taps it off a right hand and down for the point. Five to 4, Legacy leading third set. Nold taps it over, left hand. Gross dug it out, then Colby hits it over. Anderson just a tap over for Jamestown. Now from the back row, Dukeshire at Aspen Peterson. Edie Hagerly right for McKenna Nold. Cross court, too far. Point Legacy. Sabres back on top in the third set by 2, 6-4. Gross down the middle. Nold for Anderson, right side off a blocker, and point Jamestown. Kinley Anderson. It's the kill for the Blue Jays. Aspen Peterson, the libero, serving. Peterson served too far. That's 3 service errors here for Jamestown in the third set. Legacy up 7-5 in set 3. Fleckenstein back to serve. Fleckenstein from straight on. Peterson falls down to her backside. Hawkinson kill attempt. Fleckenstein kept it up initially, and then Jamestown finishes it off. Hawkinson gets credit for the kill. Point Jamestown back within 1 here in set 3. McKenna Nold. Light serve up and over. Colby long run. Now a little joust at the net. One by Legacy, and Brendel, once Jamestown went up to try and joust for it, it was a wide open lane for her to just push it over into the open spot. 8-6 Legacy. Colby, line drive at Trumbauer. Nold backs up right into the net. Up the middle. Franck is blocked. Point Legacy. 9-6 Sabres in set 3. Colby back to serve. High up and over off the base of her hand. Jamestown some trouble with that initial serve. Franck nearly blocked again. Now Newman rolls over for Jamestown. Up front, set attempt was into the net. And it looked like Dukeshire that time was trying to do what we've seen Legacy do a couple times for the first 2 sets. That was set into the Jamestown defense on touch 2. Try and sneak a point. Riley Joseph serving for Jamestown at Fleckenstein. Colby, right side, Severson. Into the middle, Aspen Peterson on the back row for the Blue Jays. Now Hawkinson off the touch from Nold. Haley Hawkinson with another kill. Jamestown back within 1 in set 3. Blue Jays trail 9-8. Joseph into the net on the serve. 4th service error of this third set for Jamestown. You look up at the scoreboard, you're counting points right now, and you're handing points to Legacy. Things you cannot do when you're trying to close out a match. Clevin. Deep at Peterson. Nold for Newman on the left side. She went down the line. Now Gross, opposite side, drops it in. 11-8 Legacy in the third. Clevin down the line at Newman. Nold, Hawkinson, free ball, doesn't make it over. 4 touches by Jamestown, and that's just some fundamental things right now for the Blue Jays that they got to take care of. These are mistakes that Jamestown doesn't have to be making right now. They'll take the timeout. Trailing 12-8 in set 3. Legacy leads Jamestown, but the Jays are up 2-0 in this match. We're back in 30 seconds with more Blue Jay Volleyball.
Hey, I heard you're having knee surgery soon.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the recovery, and I have no idea where to go.
In North Dakota, we can go wherever we want for physical therapy.
Wait, even without a doctor's referral?
Even without a doctor's referral. It's what I did after my knee surgery.
Well, where did you go?
I went to Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness. The staff is so fun, and all of their PTs had their doctorate in physical therapy. My PT tailored my rehab to my specific goals so that I was able to get back to doing the things that I love.
To get started on your road to recovery, call 952-2739 for Jamestown or 883-5611 for the Lemoore Clinic.
AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
Blue Jays trailing Legacy 12-8. Third set action from Jerry Meyer Arena here on 107.1 AM 1400 and online at newsdakota.com. Jamestown looking for a sweep this evening, up 2-0 in the match. But out of that timeout, Jamestown resets and goes to Birdie Newman. Blockers were there. Newman will get another swing at it, and she makes the most of it. Bernadette Newman with a kill for Jamestown. Blue Jays trailing by 3. Third set action. Bree Otley back on. 12-9. Legacy in front. Bree Otley off the tape. This one shoved back over. Otley for Nold. Left side. Newman winds up and gets the kill. Birdie Newman all over the floor. Set 1, she had just 2 kills. Got up to 8 kills in the second set, and now she has 12. 12-10, Jamestown trails third set, leading 2-0 in the match. Otley up and over. Colby, right side, Duke Shearer. Just soft enough touch, and Legacy has done a nice job of reading that front blocker line for Jamestown today. Duke Shearer drops it in. Point for the Sabres. That makes it 13-10 Legacy. Sand back in to serve. Again, you look up. 4 service errors here in this set for Jamestown. Running in, Newman came back over and pounded home by Duke Shearer. Just a reception error, really, for Jamestown there. Free pass over, and Duke Shearer finished it off. 14-10 Legacy. Soft serve to Anderson. Nold right for Trumbauer. Cross court and in. Had a lift called against Legacy off that kill attempt. Point Jamestown. 14-11, the Blue Jays trailing in set 3. Edie Hagerly serves once again. Fleckenstein to Colby, down the middle for Crom, too far, no touch. Point Jamestown. Jays back within 2. Edie Hagerly once again. Nice line drive, spin serve, long run for Colby. Gross left side, soft touch. Anderson pushed it to keep it alive, and then Newman with the heads-up play. Shoves it to the back corner. Point Jamestown. Birdie Newman saw the court, saw where Fleckenstein had to go to get to that initial ball, and Newman read the court really well. Picks up the point for the Blue Jays. Jamestown can tie it here in the third set at 14. Colby, right side, Duke Shearer. Soft touching over, Joseph, sky high. Edie Hagerly, left for Newman. Give her another. Bernadette Newman coming alive in set 3. Blue Jays have tied this third set at 14. Edie Hagerly trying to keep the service pressure on for Jamestown. Fleckenstein, a little bit of trouble. Duke Shearer off her back foot, rolls over. Joseph in the middle on the Blue Jay logo. Behind her for McKenna Nold. Point Jamestown. Edie Hagerly back sets to McKenna Nold, and Jamestown trailed by 4 points At one point in this third set, they now lead 15-14. 2-0 match advantage. Edie Hagerly down the line. Clevin, Colby, left side, Gross, top of the blockers. Push it up for Jamestown. Now Hagerly, left for Newman, too far. Looking for a touch, but Jamestown won't get one. Attack error by Birdie Newman. Point for the Sabres, it's 15 all. Dukeshire at Peterson. Hagerly sets behind her. Kinley Anderson goes cross court. Dukeshire into the air. Now a swing and far on the attack by Crom. Point Jamestown, 16-15 Blue Jays. Birdie Newman serving again. Newman, cross court serve at Clevin. Back set, Gross off a back foot and over at Edie Hagerly. McKenna Nold, left for Benet Franck. Blockers there. Jamestown sends it right back over, and now at the net line, Gross picks up the attack. Rather, Colby the one who finished it off. It'll be Gross serving now in a 16-16 third set. 2-0 match lead for Jamestown. Anderson kept it in. McKenna Nold, one swing and down. Point Blue Jays. Haley Hawkinson returns to the floor. Aspen Peterson serving. Peterson serve at the back row of Legacy. Colby up the middle. Crom, soft touch. Really nice work by Crom at the net. She drops it in for the point. Legacy 17, Jamestown 17. Set 3. Fleckenstein serving for Legacy as the Jays are up 2-0 in the match. Newman steers it towards the middle. Hawkinson from Nold. Legacy kept it alive and got it over. Hagerly, right side. McKenna Nold again. McKenna Nold, last 4 or 5 points for Jamestown. She's been in the mix for 3 of those kills. Jays back in front, 18-17. Nold, loft serve over at Fleckenstein. Colby, left side, Severson, blocked up front. Hawkinson and Trumbauer combine on the stuff. Legacy will take a timeout. 19-17, Jamestown leads in the third set. 2-0 match lead for the Blue Jays, trying to finish this one off at home.
Where do teams go to get their custom printed apparel?
Originals!
Where do companies go to get their corporate logo printed on shirts, caps, and jackets?
Originals, of course.
And where do fans go to get their Blue Jay and Jimmy apparel either off the rack or single-piece prints?
Originals! Originals!
There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals, 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays.
Your home for the Jamestown Blue Jays. AM 1400 KQDJ Jamestown and 107.1 K296HH Jamestown.
Third set action from Jerry Maiorina. Blue Jays 19, Legacy 17. Sabres had a 4-point cushion earlier in this third set, but Jamestown continues to fight, and that mental toughness as they try to go and get a straight set victory over Legacy tonight. Number 3, Jamestown. Number 4, Legacy. Sabres won in 4 sets back on their home turf at the end of August. Up the middle for Crom. Open look, and it's too easy. Legacy out of the timeout. Wide open Wendell. That was actually Brendel who put it away. 19-18. Colby. Dribble out the volleyball. Serve at Trumbauer. Nold. Left. Trumbauer cross court and in. Leah Trumbauer, first kill tonight, and what a time for it. Comes in the third set to make it 20-18 Jamestown. Riley Joseph serving for the Blue Jays. Jamestown trying to close in on match point. Fleckenstein, Colby up the middle. Brendel blocked initially. Fleckenstein sends it left side. Duke Shearer, Jamestown popped it up, and now Knoll, 2 hands and over. Fleckenstein to the back corner. Gross, Duke Shearer shoves And now Jamestown's got a chance. Nold, left, Newman, off a blocker and out. Point, Blue Jays. 14 kills for Bernadette Newman tonight. 23 assists for McKenna Nold. 21-18 Jamestown in the third. 2-0 match lead. Joseph, again, serve up and over at Gross. Long run for Colby. Left side, Duke Shearer cannot hit this one well. And Jamestown got a real chance here. Legacy takes another timeout. And Jamestown leading 22-18 in the third set. Again, smell blood in the water, find a way to finish this one off. And that's something that Coach Hagerly said after the end of the Dickinson match. Went to 4 sets. Jamestown had a chance to win that third set, and it's the little things that continue to stack on top of each other, right? Jamestown didn't have a 5-set match until they went on the road. They win a 5-set match at Bismarck High. Just a couple of days later, they win a 5-setter at St. Mary's. That breeds confidence. It builds confidence. And a win tonight here at home in straight sets over Legacy could build a lot of confidence for this Blue Jay side as Jamestown looks to close in on their 18th win of the year in just 20 matches this season. 2 losses, 1 to Legacy, that was on the road, and 1 here at home against Century. Trying to avenge one of those losses right now. Just unbelievable the start to this year. I mean, you got a chance to be 18-2. 4-point lead in the third set. Riley Joseph serving for Jamestown. Joseph, as Jerry Meyer falls pretty quiet here. Left side, Duke Shearer off the blockers, back to Legacy, popped up. Severson sends it over. Nold, back setting right side to Trumbauer, up and over at Gross. Now up the middle, Brendel sends it left side. Riley Joseph, nice job to keep this one alive. And then Jamestown, like we saw at the end of set 2, some miscommunication about who was getting that ball over the net afterwards. Point Legacy, 22-19. Clevin serves from the right side of the floor. Legacy down by 3 in the third. Nold sends it left. Newman attacks the high point. Back over to Legacy. Gross on the left side. Up and over. Tapped up by Nold. Peterson left for Newman again. Blockers slow it down for Legacy. Colby taps it over. Joseph high into the sky. Nold left. Newman just punched it over and it lands in. Point Jamestown. 15 kills for Birdie Newman tonight. 23-19 Jamestown. Too far on the serve from Hawkinson. 5th service error of set 3, yet Jamestown leads by 3 in the third. We really haven't seen the mistakes at the service line from Legacy tonight. Sand to serve. Sabres needing a couple of points here. Up and over, Newman for Nold. Left side, Birdie Newman drops it in. We've arrived at match point. Legacy's out of timeouts. Brooklyn Brendel back in. Leah Trumbauer's got a smile on her face. Edie Hagerly to serve at match point for Jamestown. 24-20. Set 3. Fleckenstein tracks it down. Colby left for Gross. Blockers slow it down. Hagerly dives out to keep it alive. Now Newman. Cross court. In. Point Blue Jays. It's a sweep for Jamestown. Revenge for that loss back at the end of August. 25-20. Jamestown wins set 3. Blue Jays with a sweep tonight over number 4 Bismarck Legacy. Number 3 Jamestown improves to 18-2 overall, and they hand the Sabres their first loss on the road this year. Jamestown in straight sets over Legacy tonight. 25-20 wraps up the third. Birdie Newman, 16 kills to lead the way. We're back in a couple of minutes with head coach Sarah Hagerly in our post-game interview here on 107.1.
Hey, I heard you're having knee surgery soon.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the recovery, and I have no idea where to go.
In North Dakota, we can go wherever we want for physical therapy.
Wait, even without a doctor's referral?
Even without a doctor's referral. It's what I did after my knee surgery.
Well, where did you go?
I went to Apex Physical Therapy and Wellness. The staff is so fun, and all of their PTs had their doctorate in physical therapy. My PT tailored my rehab to my specific goals so that I was able to get back to doing the things that I love.
To get started on your road to recovery, call 952-2739 for Jamestown or 883-5611 for the Lemoore Clinic.
Where do teams go to get their custom printed apparel?
Originals!
Where do companies go to get their corporate logo printed on shirts, caps, and jackets?
Originals, of course.
And where do fans go to get their Blue Jay and Jimmy apparel either off the rack or single-piece prints?
Originals! Originals!
There you have it, folks. For custom printed apparel, embroidery, and work apparel, it's Originals, 216 First Avenue, downtown Jamestown. Open 9 to 5 weekdays.
At Unison Bank, we provide financial solutions for customers to meet their needs today and achieve their dreams tomorrow. From personal banking services like checking accounts, mortgage, and auto loans to business banking services, at Unison Bank, we provide financial solutions with prompt responses and quality service. Visit unisonbank.com for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward. Find the Honda ATV that fits your needs at Gun and Reel Sports on 1st Street West in downtown Jamestown. Then you'll start to understand how life is better on a Honda. For riders 16 years of age and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly. Johnny B's Brick House, famous for their pizza, but wait, there's pasta, and their amazing wings, and fresh ground hamburgers, tasty salads and appetizers too. And for dessert, you can't beat their sweet sticks. Come on out for Tuesday night trivia and live entertainment every Thursday night. The place to be is Johnny B's, smack dab in the middle of Main Street, downtown Jamestown. And remember, for delivery and carryout, call 952-8777. Where do you find the friendliest staff, largest selection, lowest prices, and the freshest produce? Hugo's in Jamestown. But what if you can't go to the store? Hugo's Family Marketplace offers online shopping. You can shop all the departments and all the sales at GoHugos.com. Choose pickup or Hugo's delivery service, and they'll do the in-store shopping for you. Hugo's Family Marketplace online shopping at GoHugos.com.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
When it comes to farm equipment, there's no such things as an inexpensive repair, and there's no downtime. That's why it pays to get the Cenex Total Protection Plan warranty. It gives you unsurpassed coverage with no deductible for up to 10 years, 10,000 hours. Plus, you'll be protecting your equipment with Cenex premium fuels and lubricants. You can even get the Total Protection Plan for your used equipment. Contact Gary at Creative Energy in Jamestown, your certified Cenex distributor today.
Before you can start building a business, you have to build a business. You know, a building, a storefront, a facility, new or addition. Problem is, you're too busy taking care of business. You don't have time to meet with a planner, a contractor, and suppliers. But if you wait any longer, you're going to start losing business. Enter Hillerud Construction. They're in the business of building business. Quality commercial construction saves you time, stress, and money so you can get on with your business. Visit HillerudConstruction.com.
Straight set victory over Legacy tonight, Coach. What'd you see from your side from the start? Because they looked locked in from first serve.
Well, what we noticed right away is that Legacy was taking a lot of time concentrating on Birdie Newman, and rightfully so. She's earned the respect in the West, so they followed her everywhere she went, which opened up a lot of spots for our other hitters. Kinley Anderson, I thought she was probably player of the first set. And we set her. Like, we made a good decision to set her and keep her, and she had a lot of kills and a lot of very good plays. Just a team effort right there. We're all real happy. We feel like we really competed at the good level that we're working towards.
Yeah, and it was Kinley Anderson and Haley Hawkinson in that first set. Was it just adjustments once you saw they were trying to slow down Birdie tonight?
Well, I guess I didn't even recognize that until a ways in that Birdie hadn't even gotten a kill yet. And I just said, Birdie, good job. And she goes, what for? I said, I'll tell you later. So in between, I said, you did a job ahead of time today. You pulled the blockers nearly every time because they respect you as a hitter. They did their homework, but we countered with a lot of other good players that they just, they had to pay attention to and they didn't. So.
You're the number 3 team in Class A. You get a revenge win over Legacy here tonight. You've got one more match on Thursday against Mandan and then Fargo Shields tournament this weekend as well. So how do you prepare for this long week of volleyball?
It's a grind, because then we go a long time without playing, and our schedule is, it's not ideal, but we don't have any control over that schedule. So I think we're excited for this weekend. It's a lot of volleyball and a lot of really important things happen at that tournament. We tend to figure some stuff out, and I like where we're at right now. So I'm not sure we have a lot to tidy up tonight, but we'll be back in the gym tomorrow to do that. So.
All right, Coach. Appreciate your time. Congrats.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Huge win for the Blue Jays here tonight over Bismarck Legacy. It's a straight set victory for Jamestown on a night where the Blue Jays were looking for some revenge, certainly, and this is a big victory for this Blue Jays side. Bernadette Newman had just 2 kills in the opening set, but she finishes with 16 tonight to lead the way for Jamestown. Haley Hawkinson, Kinley Anderson, they had 9 kills apiece, but together in set 1, Hawkinson finishes with 9 kills, Anderson with 7 kills tonight. And McKenna Nold had a nice night as well. 25 assists, 8 kills on the evening. At the service line, Aspen Peterson with a pair of aces. Brianna Otley had an ace as well. And Jamestown just finding a way to win in 3 sets tonight. That's just another factor for this Blue Jay side to keep it rolling, keep things moving in the right direction, and that's what they did here this evening. You find ways to, like I kind of said all night long, smell the blood in the water and go attack. You knew you had a chance to end this one in 3 sets tonight. Find a way to do it. That's exactly what Jamestown did this evening. Straight set victory here tonight for the Blue Jays over Legacy. Jamestown moves to 18-2 overall. And the Jays just 2 losses in the West region, now 11-2. Legacy will drop to 14-6 on the year, 11-2 also in the West this season. We're back here on Thursday night for more Blue Jay volleyball. Jamestown takes on Mandan in a double counter against the Braves. So just 1 match this year for those 2 sides. And the winner of that Thursday night matchup will get 2 wins in the standings, just like we saw on Saturday against Watford City. Straight set victory for number 3 Jamestown over number 4 Legacy here tonight. Final set scores 25-17, 25-23, and 25-20 in favor of your Blue Jays. Enjoy the rest of your night on our Jamestown 107.1 Sports YouTube page. Again, a big thanks to our presenting sponsors, Gun & Reel Sports, Johnny B's Brick House, as well as JRMC Orthopedics here on 107.1. We'll take you back in